Okay, Miss Lovable Kitty. I watched your video, and I have a habit of making responses to certain videos that actually catch my eye, and that I feel need to be replied to. And yours just happens to be one of them. First things first. The pronunciation of the word juggalo. You were saying gigolo. And I'm sorry about the gong in the background. That's my MSN. Anyway, you were saying gigolo. It's actually juggalo. Juggalo. Alright. It's not gigolo, juggalo. Okay. You see the difference there? Juggalo. Juggalo. Alright. And, now, you were talking about how we influence younger kids. Okay, yes, I understand that we, as, older people who are, anybody who's older than anybody else will really influence the younger people until it gets to a certain point where, the younger person is at a rebellious stage and he just doesn't want to freaking listen. Okay? But that's besides the point. I understand what you're saying, and that, we have an influence on on kids. Okay, yeah, that's one thing. But so do you. And so does everybody else in the world. So you can't be saying that us, the Insane Clown Posse, Twisted, Boondocks, Blaze, ABK, everybody on fucking Psychopathic Records, everybody on Strange Noise Records, everybody on Sub Noise Records, everybody on Epitaph Records, all that should stop cussing because it's got an influence on a younger crowd. So, you can't really just tell us, look, stop being who the hell you are and be somebody else. It's not going to work. Especially not here in America. Here in the United States, we have the freedom to do what we want. And we use that freedom to the best of our ability. Everybody in the United States uses that freedom to the best of their ability. We also have the freedom of speech. So I can sit there and just shout at the top of my lungs, shit, piss, cock, sucker, motherfucker, goddamn, fuck everything, if I want to. Or I can sit there and say, you know what, I really don't give a damn. You know what, I just don't care. You can't really tell us not to be ourselves. Cussing is a part of everybody's daily vocabulary nowadays. Just about everybody I know, and not everybody I know is a juggalo, but just about everybody I know cusses on a daily basis. Now, there are people who cuss more, who cuss less. It all depends on the person. But cussing is a daily thing for a lot of us. So, telling us, look, you gotta stop cussing because these younger kids are impressionable and, you're gonna make a bad impression on them and they're gonna start cussing and blah, blah, blah. Well, they're gonna start cussing anyway. They're gonna hear it in a movie. They're gonna hear it in music. They're gonna, hear it from their frickin' parents. Cussing is not going to go extinct. It's not going to happen. Too many people do it. Okay? And I understand you're using your freedom of speech and, you're putting your opinion out there. but your opinion has so many flaws in it. I mean, seriously, the biggest thing is the fact that you're trying to tell us not to cuss, where everybody in the world, except for certain people with, certain religious beliefs, or, who are raised a certain way, won't cuss. Like me, I was actually raised to not know what a cuss word was. I was raised not knowing what a cuss word was until I started living with my mother. I was living with my mother, and my mother didn't even cuss around me. My mother's ex-boyfriends never cussed around me, all that. It was my stepfather who came around, and he was cussing, he got me started. And then getting into high school is the biggest impression on people. High school is where every person seriously learns to cuss. That is when they learn to cuss. So when I got into high school, all my friends cussed. I mean, I used to hang out with, the gangster kids. I used to hang out with the gothic kids. I hung out with, some preps, some this, some that, and blah, 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 blah. I had friends everywhere, and everybody freaking cussed. Well, what happened there? I started cussing. Cussing became a part of my daily life, and I even used it in the classroom. The teacher never gave a shit, because the teacher never knew. That's besides the point. But, anyway. Now, the thing about smoking, your first puff off of a cigarette, to put it that way, is not gonna get you addicted. Trust me. It took me, let's see, I started when I was 14, so it took me 4 years of smoking on and off to actually become addicted to it. After I turned 18, I was actually, right before I turned 18, truthfully, I was actually hanging out with friends who smoked, wound up getting into smoking more, and then wound up becoming addicted to it. Your first puff's not going to get you addicted. It's all a matter of how long it takes for you to break into smoking more and more and more and more, which for me wasn't very freaking long. But anyway, my main point of this entire video was, one, we're not gigolos. A gigolo is a male hooker. We are not. Your opinion on us having to stop cussing, to me, is probably the most asinine thing I've ever heard, because everybody cusses. And smoking just doesn't happen after one cigarette. Getting addicted doesn't happen after one cigarette. Getting addicted happens after you were stupid enough to continue smoking after that one cigarette. So anyway, I just thought I'd, let you know how I felt and what I had to say. And I'll end my video here, and have a great day. I guess that's all I can really say.